So Uli's Bane is the new King's Fall 140 RPM solar hand cannon. It's the first craftable energy hand cannon that we've been able to get so far, and I'm pretty excited about it. Now, I was very excited about it for PvP at first, but then I realized, unfortunately, it's just not very good for PvP. The model itself is a bit too chunky, especially compared to other energy competitors like the Palindrome and the Cantata. They're just much more slim, and you're able to see more of the screen while you're ADSing, which is just really nice for situational awareness. It's definitely not very good for competitive or for trials or just threes in general. Something worth noting when you're crafting this is that you do not need to put a range masterwork on it. Reload speed is significantly better just because you're most likely going to want to go for explosive payload. Opening shot and Eye of the Storm is an okay combo, but the problem with that is it's still not going to be as good as explosive payload, as you're going to be able to flinch your opponents off of most of their shots in a duel. This is the role that I would definitely recommend going for with that reload speed masterwork. Gets your reload speed up to 68, and that's without an adept reload mod. You definitely can get higher with a harrowed version, but that's it. The reload on it is dog shit. For some reason the reload animation seems to have like a little delay, which I guess that's the closest thing to an Achilles heel that this thing has. It's fantastic for PvE. It's better than Fatebringer for PvE, especially because you can pair it well with solar builds and stacks of Scorch and everything if you're running explosive payload incandescent. You can also run explosive payload one for all if you really want that damage bonus on it, but it's just not good for PvP. I've been testing 3 different roles. I've got one with Enhanced Firefly, which even with Scurvy as my first mate, which gave me that massive reload speed buff, it just didn't feel very good. It felt about like I was using an outlaw palindrome, which I also had Ophidians on with double loader mods. It just felt like an outlaw palindrome. It's probably capped, so I wasn't even getting a reload speed bonus from Scurvy most likely, but at the same time, it's still not very good. Firefly is not as good as Incandescent. The reload speed bonus from Firefly does not really make up for the fact that it just doesn't do as much as Incandescent as far as explosions go, and the fact that it doesn't synergize well with any of the Solar 3.0 things for some reason. Incandescent probably needed something to set it apart from Firefly, but that still is a little bit disappointing. If you are going to go for one of these for PvP, I'd recommend going for the Harrowed one as opposed to a crafted one. If you can get a Harrowed one with Flared Magwell, a reload speed masterwork, you can slap Adept Reload on there, and then you can hopefully use Explosive Payload, Pugilist, or Opening Shot in the first slot, and then go for Eye of the Storm in the second slot. That's pretty much all you're going to want for PvP. If you're a real gamer and you want to go for Firefly, go for it, but this is just not a great gun for PvP. Fatebringer was just much better for PvE and PvP in general as like a multi-use weapon, because Fatebringer was able to roll with explosive payload and Eye of the Storm. It's got really good reload speed on its own, and also it doesn't have that delay that this gun seems to have. I don't know why. Fatebringer has less reload speed on paper, but still feels like it just has a much better reload in general. For PvP, this is not going to be better than any other PvP hand cannon you probably already have in the energy slot or in the kinetic slot. But for PvE, it's definitely going to be the best hand cannon that you can use, and probably the best weapon with Incandescent other than the Callus mini tool. Anyway, if you guys found this helpful, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and I will catch you guys later.